What does this number mean? 13.9%. Is it something about education? Or is it something about population? No, it is a percentage of the people who answered yes, and I will say yes to the question that do you think Japan is a country where we can raise children easily? This percentage means more than 80% of people think Japan is not a good country for raising children. Why? We have some major reasons. First, it is difficult to get time to work raising children. Second, it is hard to take maternity leave or parental leave. And there are still children on waiting lists for nursery schools. So, main purpose of my study is to think how to make Japan's childcare system better. First, I made two hypotheses: to increase the number of child reading facilities and to make latent nursery school teachers come back to work. In my study, latent nursery school teacher means teachers who have licenses but don't work as nursery school teachers now. However, after I got interview from Mr. Shiraishi from Kobe and Associates, I understood my hypotheses are not effective. To say about increasing the number of child reading facilities, it is not enough just increasing the number because some facilities cannot maintain high quality. According to Asahi newspaper, there were 587 children accidents in nursery schools in 2016. In small accidents, children got only injuries, but in some cases, unfortunately, children lost their lives at pool or when they took naps. The biggest cause to happen these accidents is that lack of nursery school teachers. Even though we build more facilities, we cannot provide enough nursery school teachers. Then, I will talk about latent nursery school teachers. There were 760,000 latent teachers in 2015, and this number is 64% of all people who have licenses. So I can say that only 36 people are working now. However, they have reasons to leave off the job, so they need better conditions to return to the job. The main reason to leave off the job is that they have to take a huge responsibility even though they cannot receive enough salary. Then, I researched about 3 countries which more women work than Japan: Sweden, America, and France. For example, in Sweden, people take care of their children at apartments, and in America, people use babysitter, and in France, people use assistant maternelle and nursery facilities in the companies. I found common characteristics through these countries. That is, in these countries, people use a system what not ordinary child reading facility. That means people can choose what they want to use to take care of their children. So I made a new system that is nursery facilities in company plus assistant maternelle. Nursery facilities in company is a system to take care of their children in the building of the normal company. And there were 4,516 nursery schools in the companies. According to Kids Corporation, it helps parents to return to workplace, and also, in this system, employer can pay salary to teachers much more than normal nursery schools. And assistant maternelle is a system in France, and it's like a babysitter. In France, it's official qualification, and its advantage is that Raising them takes much less time than raising normal nursery school teachers. Lecture to be assistant maternal takes 60 hours to 120 hours. Now in Japan, we need 2 years to 4 years to be a nursery school teachers. So if Japan made the system like assistant maternal, we can provide teachers easier and faster than now. In addition, in France, assistant maternal can decide on fee by market price. So I think it is one of good points of this system. For these reasons, I suggest that employ assistant maternal in nursery facilities in the company. However, I have big problems. Assistant maternal is French system, so I have to think how to adapt it into Japan. And also, nursery school in the company has advantages and disadvantages. In this system, trouble of children affect on human relation of parents. These problems are so difficult, so I need more researching. But I think better system makes smile of family. Thank you for listening.